Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another Daily Dice, where we ask the dice for a message, find out what that is. Know that these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what does not. Knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in more about my journey, tips and tricks that I have learned that do work for me, that don't work for me, and just life in general and my thoughts, check out my podcast where we do have discussions about all kinds of topics. Nothing is unturned. And you will find the link to that for Scatter Love Radio down below in the description box. And the current one, as of this video being uploaded, is all about how the decisions that we make that we might not like, we at first are angry about that, then we become to accept that, and then later on we become influenced by those decisions that we made that we once really hated, and how that affects our overall relationships and where we're at in our own lives. So that being said, let us go ahead and get into your daily dice and find out what is today's message. So Source, what is the daily dice for today? What messages do you have for my fellow humans? What would you like them to know? What is today's daily dice? What would you like to say, Source? What's the daily dice? Look, I'm done with the 6th house, okay? I'm over it. Like, it's like we've got the 6th house, Aquarius, and North Node. And this is actually interesting. If you watch the other one, I feel like, let me get this set up. I feel like, let me get this set up. That's what I feel like. Here's the deal. Something happened for those of you that watched the last reading that I had, okay? So I'm not trying to make these, I'm really not trying to make part 1 and part 2s, but this is going to be another part 1, part 2. Why? Because there's a decision that was made here. So for those of you that carry on to part 2, I'm proud of you. Let me just say really quick, I'm proud of you. If you watched part 1 of this, and I have no idea what they're going to be called yet, but if you watch part 1, you'll know what I'm talking about, because I talked about how much the 6th house comes up. We had the 6th house, it was Venus energy, and what was the other one? I cannot remember the zodiac sign. Anyways, this is really talking about, it was Libra. That's what it was. So if you watch that one, you'll know. This is you making a decision here in regards to the connections that you have. You're making a choice. You're making a choice to let go and come into this place of very progression, very futuristic. You're making instant progression here. Like, I'm changing, right? That very huge change coming in. Like, I'm done with those things that I felt were comfortable because they were crappy and they felt bad and they didn't feel like I had a voice, or I was seen, or I was loved or appreciated or valued, right? And so this feels like you're making a choice in this now moment to embrace and embody the North Node, which is a very uncomfortable place to be at. However, it feels fresher than the South Node. It feels fresher than those old habits that one has gone through many, many times and has been left wanting, right? So this definitely feels like you're letting go of the past and allowing yourself to just heal from it. Just say, look, it happened. There's nothing I can do to change it. There's nothing that I can do to make it different than what it was. I'm letting it go, and I'm going to let myself invite in people who are on the same type of journey as I am. I'm going to invite in people who want to be there, right? This is like when you stop connecting. This has always been one of those things, okay? Let me tell you. This has always been one of those things that really blew my mind. You really thought you had a friend in someone. You got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. Right? Like you feel like you have this friend in someone. And you show up and you put your life on hold. And this can be used for any connection. Okay, this is just the example. You put your life on hold and you make sure that they're okay. And then the minute that you need anything, and it doesn't matter, it could be small, it could be simple, they never show up. They never show up, and you're always like, okay, like, maybe they're just too busy. Like, you start making excuses, right? They're just too busy, or they've got other things going on, or like, it was just a bad time, whatever it was. what ends up happening though is that you get to this point where you stop reaching out. You stop reaching out. You're the one that always instigated the conversation, and maybe that never made sense for you, right? Like maybe you're like, no, we both instigate the conversation. They call me too. Like they reach out to me too. They want to be a part of my life. They want to be there. Like they make an effort too, but they only make an effort when you reach out to them. And so what happens is you stop reaching out to them, and all of a sudden this person goes radio silent, and they're no longer a part of your life, and you just kind of like, time keeps going by, and you're like, oh, well, they'll reach out to me eventually, and a month turns into 6 months, 6 months turns into a year turns into 5 years, 5 years turns into 20 years, and you're like, wow, like for as much as I put effort into that connection, this person obviously doesn't care that I'm gone. And so that's what I feel like is happening here. There's someone, or there's a group of people that you're basically saying, look, this is not good for my well-being. You being in my life is not good for my well-being, and so I want to connect with people who care. People who want to be there. And that's different for you, because you're always the person that was there. And so this may at first feel very uncomfortable for you, because there may be a lot of people who give you very kind words, very kind actions, very compassionate in your life, very loving towards you, and you may feel very resistant to that at first. Allow yourself the opportunity to be vulnerable and to receive this kindness that's coming in, it feels like, because it's what you deserve. It's what's meant to be in your journey. Let's get some oracles out on it. Whoa, okay. This one flipped over. Yeah, focus. What do you want? And that's the thing. We have amethyst here, you know, and amethyst is all about connecting with your crown chakra and letting the divine to bring that in. And this one wanted to come out too. It's funny because both of these did. Both of these wanted to come out. And we have promise and blessings. Like you have the promise of new blessings, letting go of generational curses. Wasn't going to get this many from this deck, but that's okay. We'll take them. We'll take them because this is very profound right here. This is incredibly profound. You're changing. Yeah, you're changing. Like this is telling you to focus on what you want and to know that it's okay to not settle for less, because the promise is yours, that your blessings are coming. Okay, whether that's a soul tribe or a love interest or manifestation, whatever it is, it's coming to you. I do feel like this is having somebody in your life. It doesn't have to be love. It's just soul tribe. This feels like someone who's on the same journey as you, someone who doesn't make you feel less than, someone who also puts in an effort when it comes to you. Okay, what do we have? Yeah, Venus energy. And Venus came out on part 1. We have give and receive love. The first line here. Give and receive love. How profound. Finding value and seeing the beauty. Right? Like you're a pearl here. You're making a pearl. Your whole life you've been making a pearl. You're this beautiful energy. And it's up to you to allow yourself an opportunity to really connect with people who want to be there. Like, that's the thing. If they don't want to be there, then don't force them. And don't force yourself on them, because if they don't want to be there, there's nothing that you can do to ever convince them of your value. House 3, early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. And it's interesting because in the first part of this, I did talk about that this could very well be a family member. You know, a mother, a father, a grandparent, an auntie, an uncle, a child, a cousin. But we have that confirmation here for part 2 saying that this is absolutely someone that's very close to you. This could be a friendship that you've had since school. But remember that time doesn't equal loyalty. We talk about that a lot on this channel, that time does not equal loyalty. Okay? And confidence on the bottom here, with confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery through fire. Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay, it's time for you to see that you're worthy of having somebody in your life that sees you as the beautiful person that you are. And it may feel uncomfortable at first to actually receive love from somebody without giving it first. But remember that that's the process. You're coming into a place of uncomfortable energy so that you can receive what is rightfully yours, okay? So this is what I have for you. If it resonated, hit that thumbs up button down below. Also, I do just want to take a quick moment to thank your guides, your angels, your spirit messengers, source, and my spirit guides for all coming together to give us this message. But I am going to go ahead and leave this here and get on out of here. And until next time, stay human. Bye.